President Lakshmi for an inspiring introduction. Distinguished dignitaries, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you all excited to be here this evening? I certainly am. And I hope this evening turns out to be a memorable one. When you think of the environment, how many of you will agree with me when I say that Bangalore has lost its past glory? Hesitating. Okay, one more question. How many of you will agree that 15 or 20 years back, we wouldn't need this AC in this room? Yeah, quite a lot for that. So I see it's more than 50%, and I'll take that as an S. The reason is because of the irreversible change that is happening to our environment. The environment, it's a big topic of discussion these days. Can anyone tell me who gave us this environment, or where did we get this from? Anybody? Forefathers?
Nature.
Children?
Ancestors.
Children? Yeah, I see two children answers. I think that was what I was going to say. The answer, the only answer to that question is, we have borrowed it from our children and future generations. Just as we borrow loans from banks and have to return it back with interest, we have to return the environment back to our children and future generations. We have to maintain it with interest, nurture it with interest, and return it back with interest. We have to ensure that we give it back to them in a better shape than when we received it. As I've noticed lately, a lot of resolutions are based on preserving the environment or making the earth a better place to live in. Though we are spoiled for choice, we have so much choice, we have to make a constant effort to ensure that we consume less in order to protect the environment and also reduce the carbon footprint. The issue of this environment is so big that recently the top leaders of the world met at Copenhagen to discuss how this earth can sustain growth. We all can do our bit. Yes, we should change the way we live. Change is the only constant, they say. Yes, but we can try to change the way we live to endure, to let the earth endure its term, endure our term, endure the future generations' term. On that rather serious note of protecting the environment, on that note of change in our external environment, we have assembled here to witness a change in the internal environment at Sunshine Toastmasters. Just as this change in seasons, the change of committees at Toastmasters is periodic, progressive, and purposeful. It is indeed an integral part of the growth of Toastmasters International. Yes, the growth of Toastmasters International. On that note of growth, let's give 3 cheers to this wonderful organization called Toastmasters International. Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Well, everybody's excited now at least. Moving on. It's time now to welcome our distinguished dignitaries for the day, who, despite the busy schedules, have made it to this meeting and honored their commitment to Sunshine Toastmasters. I invite Madam President Lakshmi to honor the chief guest for the day. The chief guest for the day is Lieutenant Governor Education and Training, Mr. Nagaraj Rao. Please put your hands together. I invite Mr. Nagaraj Rao to address the meeting.